go. Okay, don't worry about a thing. Hello. Sorry, I don't know why I did. It's not. I cracked myself up. It's okay. Hello. Welcome back to the stream. I'm painting. A lot has happened since I was here last. Can you see that? No, you can't. It's a miracle. Okay. So what I did I'm painting a bee here still. So what I did last time is I just painted it red and all that. But since last time, I've doubled up the red and I painted the mouth, the teeth, the tongue, the eyes, and the base. And I gave it all a wash, but it's all just base colors. And it doesn't really, like, matter. Hang on. Because it's all just basic stuff. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm supposed to be live right now. Excuse me. Can we be live, please? Thank you. Jeez, that was weird. Okay, but I did all that, but it's just, like, stuff that doesn't look interesting at all. Like, I just doubled up everything, and this is how it looks now. Like, you didn't miss much, is what I'm saying. But that's fine. So today, we're going to be doing rough highlights, and not rough highlights, and a bunch of other things. I let that wash get into a lot of creases that I didn't want it to. My computer is going to be screaming over there. I don't even think you can hear it, but it's fine. So, before we do anything, I'm going to take some Mephiston Red, which is what I used as its base color, and I'm going to paint almost all of this. Okay, how does this go? It goes like this, and then like this. This is what it looks like when it's put together, by the way. So you can understand why I'm painting it in pieces. Okay, so this and this and this can be bright red, and that can be bright red. Okay. I need to put it together every so often so that I know its actual highlight layers and such, because this is going to be a fun time. So I put a bunch of wash on this, but I'm just going to let this brighten itself up a bit more. So that this is going to be like my first layer of highlight. So this is going to be where all the brightest stuff is, because this is the top of it, where the sun is. Probably should have dry brushed that, but it's too late now. But it's also okay, because this is just where the bright stuff is. I'm going to be dry brushing almost every other highlight on the entire thing. So this is fine for now. This is my first layer of highlight, so it can be pretty large. So there's that. And I guess I'll wait for that to dry while doing the other ones. I'm gonna keep hitting the microphone with my paintbrush, and I still don't know if you can actually hear it. And this will be, I'm just gonna do the outside of this one, and I'm gonna dry brush this one a bit more, because it's getting further down. So the sun's not touching it as much, Oop, that wasn't dry brushed at all. But that's fine. A little light right in here. We're gonna get pretty bright, because I want the scales to be like super bright. It's gonna be a lot of dry brushing. Just don't worry, I've got a flat brush over here, so that'll work for the dry brushing. And I can't forget about the arms, but there's just so many of them, and I think they're gonna fall off. And this, I can just do this around here. Because that's one of the only places the light's gonna actually hit. I just painted the fin again. Don't worry, I'll highlight the fin. Oh, and the ground's also red there, apparently. I'm going to be doing a lot of dry brushing on the base because it looks really cool. So, for the second layer of highlight, because that was just one, I'm going to take the Mephiston red out of its well. I'm going to take a lot of it out of its well. And I think I'm going to start highlighting it with Emperor's Children, which is purple, pink, because that would make it bright quickly. And that's what I want. So the first one is going to be just... I have a nice shot of my arm right there. The first one is going to be less dry brushed, but then from then on, everything is going to be dry brushy. So we are going to mix in just a bit. I'm going to use a smaller brush. Mix it in right here and see how that looks. That looks good. That looks good. So I'll be using this smaller brush as well for the painting. And that'll be a lot up here, because that's where the sun is, obviously. I'll just do it on the upper section though, to give it at least a little bit of what it's supposed to look like. So, like, you see where there's, right next to the spine, there's that smaller section of scales? I'm just doing that. The bigger scales aren't going to be highlighted. Like, you can see it better here. There's these tiny ones, and then there's these huge ones. I'm just going to be doing this on the tiny ones. And then it's going to get very bright, and I'll dry brush it over all of it. This is already kind of dry brushed. And then there's the spine to deal with, but that's later. It's gonna suck, but it's later problem. Like I keep saying, future me can deal with it. I painted the horns. Okay. This will also kind of make it look kind of two-toned. You know, like it'll make it look like this is its natural color is a little bit brighter on that section. Hopefully. I say a lot of things with a lot of confidence, but you really shouldn't believe me most of the time. And this is just going to be on the outside because there's a lot of shadows over on the other area, because that's where the body is hovering over. I'll try to blend it in a bit. Oh, I should dry brush this over the scales. Oh, that's smart. Oh, that looks cool. Why am I not doing that? I can dry brush this lightly over the rest of the scales. I know why I'm not doing that, because I'm going to do that now. If I just take more Emperor's Children and make it brighter, then I can start dry brushing it everywhere. Oh, I'm running out of water. That's what that is. Whoops. I'll have to refill that after today. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Okay, a little bit more children. Gotta throw more children into the mix here. There we go. Now I've got my flat brush, which I like a lot. So I'll take it in here and then wipe off like 90% of it and then dry brush it. Not on the fin. On everything except the fin, actually. Sorry, I keep hitting the microphone. Gosh darn it. I'm so mad. It's not looking too bad. I keep getting the horns, but it's alright. Stop messaging me. I'm streaming! Mute. This is going to have to get a lot brighter very quickly. It's working though. But it's gotta like bump up in brightness. I need to put in a lot of Emperor's Children right now. I'll use a bigger brush. Kind of hoping for more than that, but okay. There we go. That's more like it. Kinda. Now's the point where we start doing the brightest highlights higher up. So we're almost actually done touching the bottom part's red scales. Okay. So that's super bright. Yes, good. I might give it another wash actually after this. Just to help accentuate the details some more. There we go. That's looking good. I'm gonna put a lot more on the arms there. I'll do a little bit on here. There. That looks nice. Is that as bright as I want to go? It might be. I'll do one more. One more with a lot of Emperor's Children. Because I'm not seeing too much of a difference. Oh, wait, no. I'm going to use white. I'm going to use white and get a super bright one and then really highlight it. Then dry brush that all over the brightest areas. Because this makes it pop. And that's what I wanted. But you got to be careful when it's super bright because then you might mess up. Trust me, it's easy. There. Here's my flat brush once more. Is it dry? That's good enough. Take it, wipe off a lot of it, and dry brush. That's what I wanted to see. That's more like it. Put it really light along the entire body and brighter in the areas where the sun hits the most. But I wanted to hit every scale. Looks better with the contrast, I think, on the base. But this is more how light is usually supposed to be. So that's something. Okay, that's that. That looks pretty cool. Right? It's hard to tell. It kind of looks the same for the camera. This looks nice. Oh, you can see it. Oh, dang it. Frick. There, I fixed it. There. What's next? The ridge. I'll do the ridge. The ridge along the back. For the starting highlight, I'm just going to use leather brown and then slowly highlight that. But, you know, for the starting one, it's just going to be easy. Pretty much most of it, I guess. Except for the darkest recesses, obviously. So it'll be over the top of it. Pretty much just dry brush it, actually. Because it's got really nicely detailed ridges. And this will help me cover up the massive amounts of mistakes that I made. And it'll get brighter, obviously. I can also do this on the chest, just a tiny bit. Because there's also that. And I think I use the same color. Because I'm basic and bland and boring. This music makes me think of Kung Fu Panda. Good movie. Makes it look cool. I might just give it a couple of washes after that to give it more depth. This I'm just gonna completely repaint because it's the brightest. Oh no, wait, except for some of the darkest recesses. But especially the places like right here where way too much wash was left, which is entirely my fault. Especially on the top. Like, what was I thinking? Actually, I think I was thinking, I gotta get this done before tomorrow, and it's really late. Let's get this over with. I did it last night at, like, 1 a.m. And then I was up for another, like, 2 hours. That's my life in a nutshell. Ugh, there's red all over it. All over it. His horn is still there. Good. Ugh. Okay, that's layer 1. Let's put some corpse pale in it and lighten it up. Ooh, that got bright. Good. That's exactly what I wanted. Then I'll do one more layer and then probably pure corpse pale, I think. I'm going to make this one mostly just on the ridges. My music just stopped. Yes, continue watching. It's been like 20 minutes. What? Why would they just be like, oh, you're listening to this relaxing 3-hour music thing. About 20 minutes pass. Are you still there? Do you want to keep watching? Are you sure? I don't know if you wanna. It's a long video. Not much light will get on the inside, so only the spots that are kind of turning out, like here, I'll highlight. Okay, that's that. It looks nice, looks nice. Dry brushing really helps give this thing a texture. It's nice. I'm going to do a little bit of dry brushing on here, because I'm usually not one for painting entirely with washes. It's something that some people do and it looks really good, but I just haven't practiced it yet and I don't want to. I'm leaving that little croc unhighlighted, and I have no idea why. I just felt like I should. Is there a god of painting? Like any pantheon, is there a god of painting? That'd be nice. I'd definitely reach out to them. This one's going to be heavily brightened because it's near the top. And that's what I've been saying the entire time. You're really far away. Sorry. See, look at that cool texture it's getting. That's neato. Nice. Let's just bump out straight to Pure Corpse Pale and be very careful with it. So this, on the base, probably just some of the tops of some of these things. Or maybe all of them. Especially this one, because that's where most of the light is hitting. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Using something bright like Corpse Pale is very dangerous. Any kind of off-white kind of gives me anxiety. I didn't paint the stomach on this guy. We're gonna go back to the brighter one. There we go. And then I'll just use the Pure Corpse Pale right there as well, but a little higher up. I'm also going to do it on the teeth. Oh, he's got tiny ones on the lower jaw. There we go. And then this, I'll put it here. Here. I haven't seen many horns in my life, so this is how I imagine they look. It's going to be pretty thick corpse pale up here. Yeah, that might be good enough for that. I might almost be done. Jeez, that's nice. I was always really stressed about this thing. I was leaving it by my table just unassembled for so long because I just didn't want to paint it. It's not looking too bad. Okay, what's the next step here? Oh, I'm gonna use, excuse me, I'm gonna use a little bit of Temple Guard Blue on the tail. No, I'm not. I'm gonna mix Dark Sky with Temple Guard Blue and use it on the tail. Temple Guard Blue is bright, and I don't really want it to be that bright. Come on, here we go. But I want it to be highlighted, just at least a tiny bit. No, that's very stable. There, that's that. That was easy. Oh no, I dropped it. Is it just face stuff now? I think it's just face stuff. And the base. Oh, what should the base be? Ooh boy. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do with the base? I'm gonna dry brush it with greedy gold. And then I'm gonna paint the rocks different things. But I'm gonna dry brush it with greedy gold. Even though my gold is extremely wet. Well, look at that. That's cool. I can paint some of the rocks something different later, but right now, just gold. You know what? Screw it. They're all golden nuggets. I can paint some of them silver, I guess. That'd be interesting. Nice. Fancy. I like that. That makes it look really cool. Now for the face, I suppose. So what did I do for this? Actually, there isn't even much left to do on here. I will fill the eyes with black first so that they can dry fully before I put in the highlights. Because I messed up a little bit and dry brushed them. Oh, I should give them gold pupils. That'd be cool. I should dry brush his teeth gold. I'm gonna do that. Okay, wash the brush off first. Don't want black in there. Golden teeth. Yeah. That's cool. That makes no difference at all, but it's cool, okay? Then Screamer Pink highlighted with like Corpse Pale or something. And then Emperor's Children highlighted with like Corpse Pale or something. And we're done. I am going to give him golden eyes, though. Just going to run this around here. Nice, nice. Not as nice. But nice. Then Super Bright Emperor's Children. Well, that is super bright. Very pale. That's just for the tongue, though. Oh, jeez, my thumb's shaking. That was weird. Then I'm going to use gold for pupils, like slit pupils. And then I can use pure white as a highlight on the back of the eye. Just keep hitting the microphone. Jeez. Nice. Then white, wherever it is. Oh, it's right there. I'm good at this, don't worry. I definitely know where all my paints are, ever. Dropped it. There. And I guess it's done. Is there anything else I missed? Like, really? That's it? I guess that's it. Wow. Cool. Now I can put it together. Where's my glue? Here, I'll just... There. Now you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. I don't really trust this thing to stay together at all. Is that the wrong one? The frick was that noise? Oh, right. It goes in the little handprint on the ground. I forgot about that. Okay. So there's that. Super logical and normal. And then just fill this up. And stick this on here. And we have a Behir. Eastern Dragon. Maybe I should dry brush the whole thing gold. I'm gonna dry brush the wrong brush. I'm gonna dry brush the fin gold. Yes, while it's drying. No one said I was smart. It's just gonna be in the brightest lights anyway. There. I guess we have this done. It looks very, very anticlimactic, honestly. It's just kind of red. I don't really know what else I could do to it. Here, I can fix this again now. I guess that's just done. Ta-da. It's over. I've completed it. It kind of sucks. You know? Kind of sucks. And I don't know how I could have changed that. That's weird. How long have I been streaming? Really? Wow. Well, okay, I hate this. And it's going over here. Everything looks better from far away. What do I have left to paint? I've got Nath over there. She's cool. And my other Zodiacs, I don't want to paint on screen. And my talisman characters, I don't have the pictures out for yet. And they're still drying from being primed. So I guess I can start Nath. Maybe. No, I'll just end the stream. Because I don't have anything else planned. And I want to do Nath justice because I really like Nath. Well, I ordered this from Hero Forge. It's pretty cool, right? It's made of like bronze. And I really want to plan for her because Nath is one of my gods and Nath's awesome. I made some for the other two, but they're coming later. Okay, I'm done. Okay, whoa, that was weird. Okay, I'm ending my stream. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Bye now. Farewell.